everyone, my name is Zach REDRUP. This is the It's Not a Phase podcast, and on this episode, I'm joined by the Canadian duo Never Easy. We discuss their second album, I Still Care, the meaning behind the album's cover artwork, the lessons that they learnt from their debut album, their 2000s era visuals, being an independent band, and loads more. But before we get into it, as this is an independent podcast that's run solely by me, I would really appreciate it if you could take a few seconds of your time right now to show your support. First, you can subscribe or follow wherever you're checking this out, and that way you also don't miss out on anything new that I put out. You can leave a review or a comment. You can follow the podcast on social media. If you want to get email updates, then you can sign up to the mailing list. The best way to support me and the podcast is to sign up to the Patreon or to pick something up from the web store. And I've also recently set up a Discord server, and it'd be really great to see you over there as part of that community. To make things super easy, I've shoved links in the description of this episode to everything that I've just mentioned, or you can head to itsnotaphase.co.uk. And now, with all of that out of the way, here's my chat with Never Easy. What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining me on this episode of the It's Not a Phase podcast, where I'm joined by the guys in Never Easy. How you both doing, guys?
Good, man. Chilling. How you doing?
All good, man. All good. I guess this week might be a bit of a busy one for you because you're about to drop album number 2, I Still Care. How are you guys, feeling about putting this one out there into the world?
I mean, it's definitely different than the first one in terms of just like strategy and like the first album we didn't really have like any plan or any sort of like idea of how to like we just had songs and we're like, let's just drop an album. We announced it a month ago, dropped it, and this time it was really like, okay, we did the first one. We should probably do a second one, make songs and do the whole understanding of like how to roll out an album, how to like promote it, and so yeah, it's definitely been different in that sense, just like understanding like actually how to roll out an album as opposed to just like dropping a song a month and then kind of compiling them.
Yeah. My idea of it is just the first album is more a compilation of songs, and this one is really meant for a full listening. Like you put the first song on and you listen to the album. Like it's a piece more than the first one for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I guess like it's not the norm, is it, for like bands to like their first release to be a record, right? It's usually like an EP or a few like one-off singles, whereas you guys went for, a more complete body of work, like a 10 track.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess like you took maybe what you learned from, as you say, like putting out a bigger piece like that, and then actually kind of thought, right, well, people really dig this. Let's try and actually do a bit more of a classic album rollout, I guess.
Yeah, we had ideas of doing like an EP after the first one, and um at a certain point we were just like, let's just take a little bit more time and make a full album. I think it's just like, I don't know. I really enjoyed the how it was before with albums.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Uh, and so that's what we tried to do with this one, was just like actually have, like let's make albums and like projects where it has like
Yeah.
a not necessarily a concept, but like let's put some thought into this and do it like proper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a hard road making this one. Like yeah, it's been hard. It's been a lot of hardship and emotionally
It's never
hard
easy.
to do this
Yeah.
one. The first one felt more fun because we were exciting. We dropped a few songs. We had no expectation that this shit would get anywhere. Then it kind of worked out, and we dropped the first album and a lot of support. Like we have the best fans, but yeah, this one was more about, yeah, okay, this is gonna be like a project, but we had no idea how hard it was gonna be, like mentally to do it.
Yeah.
But and also like it reflects in the music a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess like with
Uh,
that first album, like you kind of like you say put it out for fun. Like if people enjoyed it, then that's cool. If they didn't, then But this time
mhm.
you've got expectations because you did so well with that first album. You got to tour overseas and stuff like that. So I guess yeah, it's pressure not only that you're placing on yourself, but maybe from fans as well. I don't know if that's how you kind of feel.
I don't know if it was from fans. It was more just like yeah, just like from ourselves and just like saying like we have to do this. Because the first time it was like we were just like I don't know, we had a few songs before dropping any of them, and then we were like, okay, we can drop like one a month, and then after like things started picking up, we're like, okay, we should continue dropping. So we were just like every month was like, got to make another song for in 4 weeks, got to make another song, and so that's how it kind of like yeah. And after like 10 weeks or 9 weeks or something, we were like, we have an album, I guess. And then this
Right.
time we were like, yeah, we have to make the album before we can start releasing. That was the initial idea. Like we have to make a whole album before starting to release, but it's not what happened because sometimes it takes longer to make music, especially on like
Yeah.
the pressure and trying to like, make something new and different, but at the same time, like stay true to the sound that we created. So it was like kind of tough to like create music that I was like proud of to like share, Like there was a lot that like a lot of good songs that were like, this doesn't really fit. This doesn't really feel like the second album. This doesn't feel like it fits with the other songs. It doesn't feel like it fits with the narrative. So
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, so for me, the first single we released were Where You'll Never Find Me and Cold. And I think especially for Cold, for me the feeling was like, okay, like that's gonna be like hard to step up because it's such like it's still never easy, but it's definitely like another step. Like we're showing different styles, like different influences because we both have real different influences, and I think it
Right.
like comes to this song, but yeah, I think the new album has a lot of flavor. It's not just like more of the same song. It's like every song is kind of different. It has
Right.
this unique thing going on.
Yeah. Well, you talk about the, Cold. I think that was the first single, and that came out in April of last year. So we're looking at, nearly a year to, that first song to the full album. So when did this record start coming together? When did you start, buckling down to write for a full length?
I mean, we were like January of last year. We are like, we need to make an album. January or December,
Mhm.
can't remember. And our manager was like, if we want to do this, we need an album done by like April. And I was like,
No
I
pressure.
fucking, I'm like April, dog. I'm
Yeah.
confident in myself, but I'm not that confident in myself, Like I don't know, it just so yeah, and just like I wouldn't say procrastination, but a lot of like other things I had to get done. Like we're independent, so we book our own tours. We do like all the marketing, all the advertisements, all the music videos, like cover arts, everything was just like in-house. So like I was kind of like trying to figure like I didn't forget to make music but for a minute I was like, I gotta get these things done. And then at a certain point I was like, fuck, it's like April next week. Like I have like 3 songs. So like, probably gonna have to push this back. Um, but yeah, that's I guess like January is when we're like, we need to make an album. And then like over the, I don't know, 8 months from there, it was really like I think like definitely like August, September was when it was like crunch time when I realized like, okay, like we need some songs.
Right.
like like 4 months ago. So like I should probably fucking sit down and make some songs. So yeah, I don't know. To answer your question, the whole last year was like we got to make some songs.
Yeah.
Right.
Also, a lot of songs that didn't make the cut. Uh, so that's another thing. We narrowed it down to 10 songs, but we had way more than 10 songs, to be
Right.
honest. Yeah.
So is that because maybe that these were the best songs, or is it because they all kind of fit a similar vibe, so it felt more like an album?
I wouldn't say they were the best songs. They were definitely just, yeah, it fit the album.
Mhm.
Because there was a couple songs that I personally was very like attached to, but I'm very big into understanding when to like say it's okay. We don't have to like it doesn't fit. Maybe another day, maybe another project, another album or something, they'll come back, but I don't know. I like every now and then I'll go through like old project files and just like rediscover things I forgot. And I'm like, oh, this is cool. So um yeah, it wasn't that they weren't good. There was some that sucked,
Yeah.
but there was some that were like honestly like very nice.
Yeah. Yeah, like you say, you can just kind of put them to one side and maybe use them for something later. And it might fit something if you get like I don't know, album number three, you have a similar kind of crunch time, and you've got some songs sitting there that are kind of still kind of fitting whatever the vibe of the next record is, then I guess that saves you a bit of time, doesn't it?
Yeah, and just yeah. just having like a point of like reference and like a starting point and just like understanding like, okay, I like these, like maybe we could work off of like that kind of vibe for a next project or something, but who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also like we both write music differently, and sometimes I'll have something that is not that great and I'll send it to him. Then he'll make it like a banger and I'll be like, okay, it's going somewhere. So it's always like a lot of you send stuff and you need to let stuff go. So it's a lot of like trashing stuff, I guess.
I mean, in the artistic world, I guess they call it killing your babies. I don't know if we could say that on the podcast, but like that's kind of what it is. You know, these projects become your babies, and at a certain point, you have to learn how to like let go and kind of move on.
Yeah. 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 Sometimes you do have to do that, don't you? Like, as much as you might like a song or a project or whatever it may be that you're working on, sometimes you just kind of have that feeling that it's not right, at least not right now, and you just have to kind of, yeah, part of it
Yeah.
for the time being.
Yeah, I think like it was hard, like it's hard to like not be selfish in that sense, where you're like, I love this, and then at a certain point, like I don't want to say like it's like just making the art for the listener, but at a certain point, you have to understand it is genuinely like for the listener. Like
Yeah.
it is for us. I don't put out music that I don't love, but at a certain point, it is also like, yeah, we need to make something that like people will appreciate and people know us for, and like, you know, so
Yeah. Because I guess in theory, those songs that you kind of put to one side, you could have, in theory, being independent, just shoved them on the album regardless, right? But then does that serve the album? And does it serve you
exactly.
guys?
Does it serve the art?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. At the end of the day, at least for me, it's like the art is the most important thing. I don't really care about it.
Yeah.
I'll drop something. I don't care if it gets like streams. I don't care. Like I've been making music forever, so I don't really care. But I do have to care to a certain degree, you know?
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
funny enough that it's called I Still Care. So
Yeah.
like I still care about like the process and yeah, I just think yeah, music and art should have a purpose and yeah, whatever you release should fit that purpose.
Yeah, definitely. So were the things, at least like sonically, musically from the first album that you learned and took into this one? Like were the things that you did or didn't enjoy and then expand on or kind of put to one side when putting this record together?
Mm, I mean, I learned a lot from the first album for sure. I don't think there's anything that I like put aside. Kind of kept the same. I mean, like the first album was very much just like bedroom recording, you know? And we did try for like a year or like we tried well in the writing process, we tried for a few months of like writing in the same room, which like I think for him he's like it's more his vibe, but for me it's not really my vibe. I don't like
Okay.
having like I don't know. I like sitting home alone and just feeling things out and like taking hours on one line. And if it works, it works, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. But there's no like pressure for me at least. And like it did try like from the first album, it was just like sitting in my room playing guitar, writing lyrics, sending it to him, and like expanding off that. And then yeah, we tried to do I guess the more typical band writing experience. Did do a couple songs like that, but at a certain point I was like, this just doesn't feel like we're changing the process too much.
Hmm.
I was like, we got to go back to like what it was because I don't know, very much an introvert, and I like to sit in my room, sit on the couch, put on a movie, and like make music.
Yeah.
So that's I think like one thing that learned from the first album as opposed to this album was just like don't change the process.
Yeah. Did
Also,
you sorry, go on.
oh no, go on.
I was just gonna say, because did you self-produce this one as well?
Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
does that when you self-produce then does that, because I guess if you have other people helping you out, then maybe they throw in things that maybe you didn't think of. And then if you're just self-producing, then do you, I guess, sometimes like ruminate over something for too long or don't quite
Oh,
know
100%.
when to finish a song and stuff like that?
100%. There were songs that took fucking months where like if someone were there sitting there and telling me like, oh, this is like, let's just do that, it would have helped. But I think that's the thing. It's like if I'm able to sit here and like make songs and then at a certain point, there's still like 60%. I'll send it to him, and like then he'll kind of flesh it out and do different things and add stuff, and then I'll hear it again. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. It's different. I wouldn't have done that.
Mm.
Um, but I think it just like it went with the pressure of like having to make an album. Where yeah, like I think if there is no pressure and you're just like chilling, making music with people, it's a different vibe
Right.
Yeah.
because you are just able to just be like, let's make whatever. But when
Yeah.
it's like we have to make an album that is like, comes after the first one, it's like there should be similar vibes. And if you completely change the atmosphere, like not really gonna have the same vibe.
Mm.
On the skill level, like he's a way better singer now and guitar player. Like we toured a lot, and like that got our skills up, and especially like the guitars, vocals, and drums are a whole other level. Like it's more technical, I guess, on the drum aspect, more metal. So it's just like we have the different backgrounds, like I said. So it's like kind of joins together, yeah,
Right.
to make something cool.
Yeah.
Right. So then how do you balance because you said you both do the writing, like how do you kind of balance that? Is it, I don't know, does one of you start with the base of a song and then the other one completes it, or do you come like try and go 50-50 with who's bringing songs? Like how does that all work with you two?
It's always different. That's say,
I mean, there's like the majority is like I'll just start stuff
yeah,
and then like I'll send it to him and like then it'll, go from there. And like there's songs like there's a couple songs on the new album that like he produced and sent me like an instrumental and then like I was like, "Oh yeah, this I could sing on this." But I think for the most part it is just like I don't know, I don't want to like put out something that I don't feel like, especially if I have to like write lyrics to something like it's hard to write lyrics to something that I don't really like understand or I don't really feel. Um, so I'll just, there's some instrumentals that I've made or he's made that are incredible,
Yeah.
but I'm just like sitting here being like, I don't know how I could do this like in like do it justice and I'll also do it in a way that like fits like what we're trying to create.
yeah,
So it is like I don't know. It is a lot of just me fucking around, just like sitting here playing like different chords, being like, this sucks, but I kind of like it. And
Mm.
then going from there. So yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. I like to have a little bit of a base of just like this for other people, it might not be as technical and as like, da da da, but if the energy and the emotion is there, like
yeah. We don't force it. I think even if like you said, like sometimes you'll make a sick beat, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We won't like force lyrics or vocal pattern on something that he doesn't feel. That's for sure. Or there's like songs that gonna be sent to him that he's gonna write. And it's like he'll have like the whole vocals done in like 50 minutes. So it's like it's one or the other.
yeah.
Right.
That's yeah, I don't like to spend too long on songs.
Yeah.
If it comes out like I made one yesterday where like I made the instrumental like a month ago and just like I don't know, I was like I don't really know what to say on this and then like I tried something and I was like I wrote a song in like 10-15 minutes and I was like
Right.
that's
Okay.
it. But then so yeah, it just depends for real. Like just has to feel good.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess you've got to kind of have an attachment to it in some way to then write the lyrics like you say, but not only that, but like delivering the vocals as well, depending on like if you want to sing, you want to scream, whatever it may be, like you have to actually want to feel that the passion to be able to deliver that.
Yeah. And like for like I don't sit down and write lyrics. I'll just like I guess it's different when he sends me an instrumental versus when I make an instrumental. Like if I make like a loop of something, I won't wait until like, and if I have an idea lyrically or like melody wise, I won't finish the beat. I'll just like loop it and just
Okay.
record myself immediately, just freestyle, boom, and just like whatever comes, comes. If it feels good, it feels good. And same like sends me an instrumental, I don't even listen to it before I go to record.
Right.
I'm like, I don't want to have
Yeah.
that kind of like idea before, and then I'm like, oh, and then I start overthinking. It just whatever comes out, comes out.
Yeah, I've
Because
never seen him like write lyrics before, and it's always on the spot,
yeah,
which is cool.
I'll do
Right.
like yeah, fuck around, make melodies, and sometimes like Like there's one song that didn't make the album that one take, didn't write, freestyled the whole thing, didn't redo anything. There's like peaking, there's like a bunch of stuff like that doesn't like shouldn't work, but like it just worked. And like I've tried to re-record it and it just doesn't feel the same. But
Right.
like every lyric, I don't know, it was just I was on one and I was just it just came out and I was like, that's a song. But yeah, it's just like I think melody and just like I think melody and the emotion is the most important part of writing music.
Right.
Because you could sit here and write like the most beautiful lyrics, but you try to put them onto like a song and it just doesn't feel the same,
It feels forced.
you know? Something should stay on paper.
Yeah. So you just then so you listen to like the song and then you kind of like freestyle the melody based on what you're hearing, and then do you go back and make tweaks to lyrics, or do you just not go back to it at
Oh,
all?
100%. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That was just the one song where
Right.
like
Okay.
they just came out like words and everything and I was like, "Oh, that felt good."
Right.
But yeah, I'll go and just like do a top line melody and sometimes a lyric or something will come up and then I'll be like, I like that melody. And
Yeah.
then I'll start working from there and then like I'll make like four melodies for like a chorus or a verse or something and be like, what's the best one? I'll
Yeah.
send it in the chat, be like, which one do y'all like? Like what feels like the most like natural to this like instrumental? And then from there I'll be like, okay, what words sound like this? And like so it's always different. But I do
Yeah.
start just as a freestyle.
Right. Got you. Got you. And it's like you guys kind of do like this it's like a nostalgic like 2000s alt rock, but then you throw like loads of other influences in there, like, grunge, shoegaze, emo, new metal, stuff like that. But it seems to me, like on this record anyway, there's a bit more of like a post-hardcore influence coming through, especially on like songs like Goodnight Goodbye and Forever Jaded. Was that like a conscious effort? Do you agree? Is that what you were kind of going for?
It's definitely not on purpose.
Right.
We never said like post metal or metalcore. We don't name style.
It
I
was
think
just
Right.
like we
yeah,
have a bunch of songs that are chill. We need a hype one.
Right.
So then we make a hype one. And then it's like, okay, we have too many that are screaming. We need one that's
yeah.
chill. And then it's like, okay, now
Because there weren't a lot of screaming on the first album,
Mm,
but this one is heavier. It's an heavier album for sure. But I just think it's the way it came out. It's not
right.
like we do a next album, it'll come out a different way. Maybe there won't be any screaming. Maybe the music is gonna be different. I think it's important. We don't force it. It's
Okay.
just like it comes out how it is, and with the emotion, like there's more screaming, but there's some songs that felt like more angry, and you had like different things to say. So it's about like the emotion, really. I
Right.
think.
there's too many genres to be like, this is what we're gonna make. I just, it's alternative rock music. So I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't want to
Yeah.
confine down to like just like the shoegaze, like grunge. That's just like the first album was just like the vibe of like what I enjoyed making.
Yeah.
And I think I tried, especially with songs like Kiss Me or like Where You'll Never Find Me, like it still had that kind of sound, like that kind of grunge, like I don't know if I would call it shoegaze, but like heavy shoegaze or new gaze or something, just very
Yeah.
like stacked guitars and
I think people throw like shoegaze on stuff when there's like reverb on vocals, like
yeah,
or they hear like a chorus delay, and then that's kind of
yeah,
shoegaze
yeah.
then. Yeah.
Anything with a guitar now is shoegaze.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, definitely. Um, but it seems like the vocals are a bit like more forward in the mix. I mean, do you agree with that? Is that something that you wanted to go for as well?
well, this one we didn't mix it ourselves.
Right.
That's probably why. Because the first one, like I mixed all my vocals, and even like on the first album, like I showed like demos to people, and like a lot of people were like, "This is cool," and then a lot of people were also like, "You should probably turn down the reverb," and I was like, "Nah, this is feels good." It's like and they're like, "I don't even hear what you're saying."
Turn up the reverb.
I'm like, do I care if you fucking hear what I'm saying? Like, you
Yeah.
don't have, do you feel it? Does it feel nice? Cool, that's enough for me. Like, I don't care. But with this album, I think it's also just like trying to make something a little bit more mature and like listening to like other music and understanding like um maybe we should turn down the reverb. Maybe it should be a little bit more forward. And so like yeah, we got it mixed by someone else, and so it was a lot of back and forth, and like should it have more reverb, should it not have more reverb? So then like yeah, I just wanted to make something a little bit more high fidelity, a little bit more like I wouldn't say radio, but something a little bit more like, anybody could listen to this.
Yeah, it
Right.
was a lot of letting go for us because we produced, mix, and mastered our first album all in-house. We all did it ourselves. So it was a lot of like, I don't know, like letting someone else have the vision with us was kind of hard at first, but then like Kel like did such a crazy work. Honestly, he really killed it. We're
Yeah.
blown away by it. What he did, like mixing and mastering wise, like no.
And also I think just like there was so much reverb on the first one because I just like I wasn't confident in singing. I didn't know how to like record. It was just like it just sounded better mix wise.
Right. Yeah.
So like that sounds good. And then like, I started taking like singing lessons and like understanding how to record and how to like, not have things all just slammed and like peaking and distorted. So it did, there was a lot of songs that like I made where they were like, you have to re-record this because it's not good. And I was like, I hear you. Like
Yeah.
with enough reverb, it'll be good. But if we want that kind of like high fidelity, like clarity, should definitely sit here and really like take my time and make sure like air conditioning's off, the cat's not running around, like it's like there's nothing going on in the background. So I don't know. For me, yeah, is yeah, I just wanted to make something a little bit more maturing the sound.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to always hear like what someone's singing, like the lyrics to be able to, feel the emotion and enjoy the song. Like, there's some bands that, speak a different language and I don't understand what they're saying, but I still like it. Or, sometimes, if you listen to a band like KULL and they've got obviously the scat moments, there's no lyrics there, but you can enjoy that moment. So
A lot of screamo music. What the fuck are they saying?
yeah, I
Or
have no
like
idea.
you
I have to look it
lyrics
up.
and you're like, okay, sure, yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's more, yeah, sometimes the vocal is more of a instrument to like. For example, I listen to a lot of death metal and slam, and like the lyrics don't matter in this. It's like another guitar almost, like the vocals. So
And I think that's like goes back to like what we were talking before about just like, if you write something down on paper that like sounds good, it might not translate to like a song.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah,
So it's always like the melody first, then for you guys, then the lyrics afterwards. Like that's like the second part.
100%.
yeah,
Yeah,
The
yeah,
lyrics are all subjective. Doesn't have to mean anything. Sometimes people are like, what does this mean? I'm like, I don't know, sounded cool.
yeah. It means it sounds good. Yeah,
Yeah, even there's like a lot of songs like that I genuinely don't like I don't know exactly what I was trying to say. But obviously I was trying to say something and I just said what I had to say.
yeah,
And people kind of made their own opinions and made their own kind of conclusions onto what a song means. And like I had people tell me like, yeah, this song really meant this for me. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, honestly, yeah, it's way better than whatever I was thinking.
yeah,
So yeah, like, but everything's subjective.
that's the good thing about music. You can like kind of interpret it, and also goes with like memory. Sometimes you listen to a song and it'll mean something to you, but it'll mean something completely different to another person. I think that's the magic of it.
Mhm. Yeah.
yeah. That's the beauty of
I think
music, definitely.
that's a very important thing in our music. I think is like trying to not make. I think like there's a few songs on this album that are a little bit more like lyrically objective into like what it is being said, but like really try hard to make things a little bit more like, you know, not as straightforward. A lot of like imagery and just like metaphors and trying to like, make it a little bit more artistic in a sense rather than like just literal like I'm sad. I don't know. You say like the fucking leaves are falling and I don't know, it's starting to rain. I don't
Yeah,
know. But like make it a little bit more yeah, up to interpretation where people can really like hear that and be like, ah, that's what that means for me.
Yeah.
I think
yeah,
that's really what I enjoy about making this project.
yeah. Like you say, if it's less explicit, then people can interpret and kind of imply, apply whatever you're singing about to, a situation that they're in that you could never have ever, thought about. Oh, that's exactly what this song is about.
Hmm. Yeah. And like, yeah, there's a lot of great music that is very literal, but it just means that.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of great songs that are like, who knows what they're talking about.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But, you know, for everybody it means something.
Yeah. Definitely. Well, you mentioned kind of, imagery there, and like you guys kind of like I guess like the branding and the imagery with like some of like your social media content and videos, like you kind of show like clips of, stuff from the 2000s and stuff like that, and video games, TV shows, pop culture, stuff like that. What do you think it is that, nostalgia from that era, what makes that so appealing to you guys?
It's just life. It's just it feels comfortable. It's
Yeah.
cozy. Yeah, at least for me, I don't know. There's a lot of like just technology and social media. It's all just like telling us what to like, what to listen to, what to wear, what to, and just I don't know, thinking about that time in my life it was like nobody cared about anything. You just cared about like what's like you want to hang out and play this? Sure, yeah, cool. There wasn't any sort of like, oh, what are people gonna think about this? What are people like? So I think, yeah, just like going back to that kind of emotion and that feeling of like comfort.
Yeah, also when we made the first couple of songs, that's what we were doing, it was like more the summertime. We
Right.
were skateboarding a lot. It was my last year in my 20s, so I think I felt real nostalgic and like playing PlayStation 2 and like trying to have like one last, I don't know, like now I'm older, but it doesn't mean as much. But when I was like about to finish my 20s, I was like, oh my God, I want to have like one last summer that I feel like a teen at least. So I think it felt like that a bit. But yeah, we made like content around it and felt the music so good, and people resonated with it because we traveled a lot and people always like mention it. But yeah, and I think not to diss anybody, but people like kind of like took that from us and then
Careful
they
with your
use it a
words,
lot.
Nick.
But yeah, for us it meant something, but no, I think it's more like the artistic vision that we're gonna push for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It was very much, yeah, trying to market something because nobody listened. We had nothing before. It was zero, so we had to find a way to like get the music to people and it just, tried a bunch of different things. But that's kind of what resonated and that's what it felt organic and honest for us. We weren't really trying to like fit something that we didn't do. I think
Yeah.
that's a big problem that people have trying to market and like try to be, like I make this kind of music, so I need to look like this. I need to
Yeah.
like do this and like
It wasn't even about marketing first. It was just, oh, that's kind of the vibe. Like he was the first one to do it. He made a video with a bunch of like images, like photos of like small town vibe, and I was like, this fits the song so much. Wow.
Yeah.
And people resonated with that. Like the video did good, so we just kind of did that and explored with it, and it became
yeah,
what it became. But like I said, like we don't like force things or like we didn't be like, oh, let's do this because we want to blow up. It
Yeah.
just it just worked the way it worked and people resonated with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
life,
Like
life
it fits the music,
years.
right? And like it's it's an era that you might be nostalgic of, and obviously other people are, because otherwise they wouldn't have resonated with it. And
Yeah.
back then, it was before social media kind of took over everything, and we didn't have access to everything on our phones 24/7, and not
Mhm.
everything was being, you know, fed into an algorithm or monetized and stuff like that. So, yeah, simpler times.
Yeah, and as we all get older, we're trying to understand how to like, feel uh no, I don't want to say happy, but feel youthful again. Because I think everybody's just trying to grow up. Maybe we're not trying to grow up, but we're growing up. And
Mm,
I think it's important, like, a lot of good friends of mine, a lot of like people in the world, just like, you become a certain age and you're like, okay, I have to stop doing those things. I have to like just work a job and just do these things. And it's like you can do all that. You can be an adult, you can grow up, but still kind of have that spirit, that inner child, and like fuel yourself with like what made you happy then. Like it still makes you happy. Like just continue, but just we have to mature, we have to grow, we have to become contributing members of society. So I think yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's kind of like think that's what resonated with people.
Don't let your flame die out, pretty much. Like just be yourself. That's
Poetry.
Yeah, beautiful.
all right there.
Yeah, I think that people like even just like in like skateboarding, like growing up, like we were all just chilling, skating, doing things that we shouldn't be doing. And then at a certain age, like even at like I don't know, I remember like 2021, like all my old homies just like were like, nah, I don't skate anymore. Nah, nah. And it was just like, what do you mean? Like it's the only sport where you can't do it after a certain age.
Yeah,
Like you don't have to be like hockey players be like, well, I'm 30, can't play hockey anymore. No, they join a beer league. Like tennis, like people play tennis, people play golf, people play all these things, but skateboarding and like those kind of sports, people,
Yeah.
they're like, I'm too old for that now. Well, I think we're like, no, you're not too old for that.
Yeah, also to be honest, it's like the culture we grew up with, like
yeah,
I'm not as I'm not a good skater at all, but I used to BMX a lot. Right now I just don't because we're touring, so I don't want to break a leg. He still skateboards a lot. But yeah, we grew up in like me, it was like the new metal era. Like I still listen to all of that. I still like all of that vibe. So yeah, I don't want to let that die out pretty much. It's just kind of weird that now it's coming back. Like you have bands like Limp Bizkit and Deftones that seems like bigger than they were back in the day. It's just like
yeah,
it's weird timing, but it was a good timing for us too, I think.
yeah, yeah. Well, just while we're speaking of the visuals, the cover art for the new album, I Still Care. So you've got this woman on the front in like a white dress holding a black rabbit, and then I think she's in the Forever Jaded video as well with the black rose that, and I think the black rose is in one of your older videos as well. Um,
Different, different. The one in that video is not a rose. Couldn't find a
oh,
rose.
oh, okay.
It's just like a daisy or something. But
Oh,
yeah.
some black flower, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So what is the yeah, can you talk to me about that artwork, the album artwork and what that's all about?
Brother, I was sitting here for weeks or months sitting like, what is this like cover gonna be? Thinking of so many different things. Like the first cover felt so like cool and organic, and it wasn't like it was like we can't just redo that. We can't just be sitting down on a couch. Like that, I don't think we could replicate that and do it justice. And like it took so long of like trying to figure out like I was like going crazy for real. Just like what is this what is the image that fits this music? What is that? And like literally I was just in bed one night, like 4 in the morning as I'm falling asleep. And I feel like a lot of times like that's when like, you stop thinking, but you have more ideas come into you.
Yeah.
And like I just like I don't know, I've always liked bunnies. And like a bunny felt like the most like innocent representation of like love or like uh innocence in a sense. And like I think that like the title I Still Care, it's like it is like like I still care. People care about different things, like everybody cares about something, and but like people still care about like um XYZ whatever, we still care. And I think like a rabbit or a bunny was that kind of like innocent way to like represent like a love that's lost or like an emotion that's lost or like something that's like not there anymore, and I think like we were trying to figure out like who like how's the bunny gonna like look, how's the bunny gonna like, is it gonna be someone holding it, is it gonna be me holding it, is it just gonna be like a rabbit in a thing, like, and I was just like um and then yeah, ended up having someone like hold the rabbit and had a big white dress. And like I don't think the white dress necessarily had anything to do with it, but it's another like form of purity in a sense,
Yeah.
where it's just, and I think even just like the exterior, the surrounding of that is just kind of like rugged, we did have an idea of having like more like fire and stuff in the background, so it was kind of like a destructive like innocence. But that's kind of what it was. It's just, yeah, a rabbit, a bunny rabbit, and I don't know, bunnies are cute. Bunnies are mysterious. Bunnies are like they just hop around,
Yeah.
and like I like that bunny, I
There's
just
a lot of vibe to that album cover too. Even the background, because the background is like grass, and you see like you see the sun going down a bit, but it's also like a bit like for me at least, it's like a bit of like like unsettling a bit, if you will, like in a way that person is just sitting there holding a rabbit. So
Yeah, it's like
I think it's also another thing that you can interpret. Everybody's gonna see a different thing, which is good, but yeah.
yeah, for me, bunnies are just cute and they're just innocent. Everybody likes a bunny, and like, you know, you still care about something. So
Could
yeah,
be anything too.
that's what the bunny meant for me. It was just like, yeah, like that's something that. And then after the fact, I started thinking about like, like Alice in Wonderland, The Matrix, all these things. It's like, follow the white rabbit, follow the rabbit. It's just like kind
Yeah.
of like going to like spiraling, which after that was afterwards where it was like, oh, that kind of ties into the whole vibe of what we're doing. So like kind of solidified that idea. But yeah, just think of Bunny represent, I don't know, similar with like the lyricism, it's like it doesn't have to be so literal. It could be kind of like, you know, an image that kind of like means something.
I think it's funny because there's a lot of stuff we'll do that's really on the spot.
Mm.
And after that, looking back at it, we find new meaning
Yeah.
with it. For example, like just like if we go back in the day, like the Show Me music video, we didn't have any plans
The
at all.
rose was just like
Right.
my buddy that was filming for us. He was like, "Oh, I have this black rose. Pretty
Okay.
cool." And we showed up and lit it on fire. And then we're like, the rose kind of became a thing. Now it's like a logo we use. Now we have people have it tattooed. Now it's like a whole thing. But it was really just on the spot of like, can't just be us
Yeah.
walking through a forest and
There
like,
was somebody, I think in the UK that talked about this music video. He's like, "Oh, you guys like walking on a train track onto this abandoned house looking for lost love." I'm like, if you want,
yeah.
but I'm like, it was just on the spot.
It was just like we know there's an abandoned house and it's gonna look cool.
Yeah.
But then yeah, and then we were like, I don't know, let's light this rose on fire.
Yeah.
Worked out. I don't like thinking too much, planning too much. That's when you start to like regret, and that's when you start to like not
It's
like things.
important to freestyle.
Yeah, because you just become attached to an idea, and the idea might not work. So when you have no like premeditated thought, you're just like, wow, whatever comes out comes out.
It's the best way. Sometimes even writing music, you just sit down and whatever comes, comes.
Yeah,
If you try to force it, you're gonna be stuck on that one fucking loop for like,
yeah.
I don't know, 5 hours when you could just like, if you don't think about it, sometimes like we both do that. We just write a song in one sitting.
Well,
So
it's the thing when we made the first few songs, it was like I don't know, there was a lot of pop, a lot of rap, a lot of like different kind of things, and like just for me sitting down and like I didn't play guitar for like 10 years, and one day I was
Right.
just was like, I feel like playing guitar right now. It kind of feels like this will be like a fun way to spend my night, and like yeah, like the first song I made was Stay, and like just felt cool.
Yeah.
So if you kind of like think about I'm gonna make a band, I'm gonna make this kind of music, I'm gonna make
yeah.
this, it's like you're gonna get caught up in like confusion and like hoping that you can make what you want, but like if you just make,
Yeah, especially with Stay, like when he showed me that song, he's like, I'm not sure about this one. Like, that's a
yeah,
banger, man.
yeah, I was not sure. I was like, this is kind of slow, it's chill, I don't know, it's like I say like 5 words in it, I'm like, I don't know,
It's
like
done well, so you're right to put it out. So.
yeah, exactly, but that's like I didn't really.
Yeah, none of it was expected or
Yeah.
planned. It's something that we need to do. Both of us been making music for a long time, and we did it without any form of success or, like
No success.
going broke because of music too. Like, like sometimes making music is expensive, or you go on a tour and
Yeah.
you come back like having minus 10,000 in your bank account. So we've been doing it for so long that it's part of us. We would do it anyway. It's just
Yeah.
something we need to do. It's not something we do go, oh, I want to be cool. I want people to like this, or like obviously we appreciate every single person that supporting us. We really like it. We would be dishonest to be like, oh, we don't fucking care. Like obviously we care. We care about every single person. But we do it because we need to do it too.
Yeah.
First.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it started.
Yeah.
Because I didn't start the project as like I with any kind of hopes of anything. I just was made Like I made the first three songs in like a week, like Stay, Drown, and I Could Tell You Everything. It was
Right.
just like, this feels cool. I've never really made this kind of music. I want to do something new, you know,
Yeah.
kind of save what I feel. That's how I felt at that time.
Yeah. Well, how's it been going? 'Cause, you know, you're a mostly independent band, like doing things DIY. Like, as this band's obviously getting bigger and more attention and stuff like that, would you want to stay independent as long as possible? Would you want to, you know, build a bit of a team around you? Like, what would you guys want to do?
Well, we have met with fucking everybody. We've talked to everybody, labels wise. It just like nothing really felt like it fit what we wanted to do, and nothing really felt like, I don't know, like labels before you needed to distribute your music to like radio to make CDs to do, and now in an era where we don't really need external help, you know, if you understand like how to graphic design and how to put something on DistroKid, like you can do it yourself. Um, so I think yeah, like after like, there was a lot of talks and there was a lot of times where we were like, oh, this would be like a sick label to sign to. And then after meeting with them and after talking, we're just kind of like, I don't know if this is really like what we want. Like, um, I just like I don't know. I don't want to become that band that's like, yeah, like, you know, we made this music and then like there's someone telling us we can't put out that music or we have to wait this much time or we have to like this is who we have to work with or you know, things like that where we were lucky enough to find our manager and find a team of people around us that were able to kind of like, you know, trust us and trust and understand like what we were trying to do and not
Yeah.
force things and just be like, you know, obviously give ideas and give suggestions and like, but at the end of the day, it is just like, yeah, trying to change how what people think like you need to do to make music because it's not what it was and it doesn't
Yeah.
have to be what it was, you know? So like, yeah, we have our own label. We are the label,
Yeah.
and that's what it is.
Well, we came
Right.
this far without any help, and this guy and our manager Joey, shout out, they're pretty much business wizard, honestly. So
You know, Kim Kardashian said, "I didn't come this far just to come this far."
Yeah.
Real as fuck. So that's what it is. Yeah, just I don't know. Really try to listen more than speak. So when people start talking, I'm like, I'm listening. And like internally, I'm like either just like you're full of whatever, or you might, you know, you might be onto something. So yeah,
yeah,
I definitely for the foreseeable future, we will be independent. We will be doing this ourselves. There has been obstacles, obviously. There's a lot of challenges in doing that.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I just don't want to like I don't know. I worked so hard for this. I don't want to give away my music. I don't want to give away like the passion. I don't want to like, you know, if someone's like genuine about it, 100%, let's do it. But if someone you've been speaking to them for a week, you're just kind of like, I don't even know you.
Yeah.
yeah. Especially we don't do this for the money in the first place, and
But hey, hold up. If someone offered me a couple $1 million, like,
okay, we might be
I'm not gonna say
interested.
no.
but you know, that's what it is. It's like, yeah, it's not for the money. We've been able to be like self-sufficient. We pay our bills. We're able to go on tours. We're able to make merchandise. We're able to put out music and like make videos. And you know, obviously, there's bands that, yeah, if we did have that backing, maybe it could be better. Maybe it could be worse. Like
Hmm.
you never know. But just in our experience,
It's really
it's been the best thing for us.
double-edged sword, I think, when it comes to label and all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Respect to everybody who's signed to a label. You know, if that works for you, that works for you. But just for us, it was like, you know, with the team around us, like, yeah, genuinely, like, our manager's been able to really just like help in every way
Mhm.
and been like,
Yeah.
you know, if you guys want to do it this way, we could do it this way.
Right.
So there's never been like a doubt. There's never been like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's one of the probably the few person that came in my life and said, I'm gonna do this, 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 and actually did it. Like he wasn't talking out of his ass. He just like really he's such a motivated guy. He's also like our best friend now. So he's like not on stage with us, but he's definitely part of the band. That's for sure.
He's in our
Yeah.
hearts.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be here without him. So
No.
like that's yeah, it's that thing and just like finding the right people to help support with like distribution and like merchandise and all those aspects has been like I think that's the biggest thing with a band. It's like, you know how to make music. You don't know how to do the other things.
Yeah.
But we've been in people that are like, we know how to do those things. So we can help with that.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of shitty people in the music industry. So when you find people that can, have your back and they actually are there for your best interests and the band's best interest, then that's the kind of people you want to hang on to, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And like we said, we didn't start this to, with expectations of we want to fucking do. We're just like, we just want to make music. That
Yeah,
feels
I
cool.
never in my head whenever I was making music, I'm doing this to sign to a label. So yeah.
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 So yeah, now we're signed to Pretty Ugly Records. It's our label. Sir, we are the label.
You're your own boss.
We are the bosses.
Yeah.
We're the CEOs, the top shotters, the Don Dadas.
The big dons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Well, looking to the future, I know you guys have got a few shows later this month in Texas, and then you're heading over to the UK and Europe again. How are you feeling about those?
Chill.
Man, like
The UK is gonna be sick.
yeah, shout out the UK. Honestly, the first time we went, like craziest experience of our lives. Like, man, yeah, it was sick. And I'm super stoked to go to Germany too.
Yeah.
France.
Yeah, Europe, UK is always a fun time.
And yeah,
Texas is
Texas,
always sick.
awesome. Love Texas. A lot of friends there,
Yeah.
a lot of good people there. Food is great. I love Texas.
It is, yeah, it's also the first time that we're able to like play the new songs, test out the
Yeah.
new song and feel out how, like we've been rehearsing lately and just like you know, it's exciting to see like these songs feel sick to play live. So it's gonna be fun to like bring those to like
Yeah.
to people.
People will need to bring their dancing shoes for the new song,
100%.
that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that's one of the bigger things. It's just like, yeah, we've been playing the same songs for over like about a year now, a little bit over a
Right.
year. So it is gonna be fun to have that fresh feeling of like these are new for us and for you.
Yeah.
So, because like on a tour, you're playing, I don't know, the last tour we were on was 2 months, and it's like I can't remember how many shows it was, but like you're playing almost every single day, the same set, the same songs, the same, and you're just like, it's not tiring, but you're just like now having a new tour, you're like, cool,
Yeah,
this is new,
yeah.
it's new, it's exciting.
Yeah.
We don't know, will people like it? Will they not like it? Who knows? We're gonna find out.
Well, especially when you've got songs that well, that obviously they exist, but no one else knows them, so you can't really play them. So you're just kind of like sitting there
Yeah,
with them. So
that is one thing. Yeah, it's like you like we had so many sick songs, like after the first album, but we couldn't play them because either they weren't mixed, we didn't know how to play them. Like,
yeah,
but I'm there like playing a lot of songs that people have heard a lot, and now it's like, man, like I wish we could play that one. Like that's a good one.
yeah,
You don't even know yet. You don't even know, but
yeah,
well, soon enough. So
yeah.
yeah, UK, EU, it's gonna be dope. April, May, Texas next week, and like you said, Texas is fun. It's great. It's a great state. I don't know. America's always a good time. The people are amazing.
Mm,
It's just fun. In the UK, we've never been to Europe, but the UK, like the people are just like I don't know what it is, but they treat us like very nice. It's like it's a different atmosphere. It's a different. I don't know if it's because we have like a North American accent. Like I don't know if it's because we have like we're from it. I don't know what it is. I think,
Yeah.
but like it's just like it's an exciting thing for them and for us.
Might be
yeah,
something in the Guinness or something, but yeah,
Yeah,
these motherfuckers they go crazy, man. Like
yeah,
they stage dive nonstop. They're having a good time. They know how to party, that's for sure.
yeah. They
yeah,
just
They're not, like watching
not
the show like this. Like they
not
go
too
for
cool.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're excited.
They're there to party, and we love that. We absolutely love it.
Yeah,
yeah,
makes it phenomenal for us. Like
Yeah,
just
because
seeing the people feel it and have that kind of emotion is just like wow.
it's also a back and forth thing. Because no, it could be one person in the room. It could be like 200. We'll play the same show. We always go hard. We always have a good time because we play music. We love playing music.
Yeah.
But when we have that, we give and you give back, it makes us even more crazy, you know? So it's
Yeah.
that's a good thing.
But yeah, love the UK.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Excited for Europe. See what the vibes are there, but I feel like it should be similar, you know.
Yeah. Do some sightseeing while you're there as well.
100%. Well, the
Yeah.
sightseeing is like it's very limited, but yeah, we do try to make the most of it.
I saw a McDonald's.
We saw a lot of McDonald's.
Don't get many of them over there, do you? So
Yeah, went to Greg's a lot. You know,
oh, Greg's,
Greg
yeah.
had a lot of Greg's. I don't know. We saw Big Ben. We saw the couple touristy things. Trying to see the Eiffel Tower. Trying to see some stuff
Yeah, I
like
need to
that.
see that.
Yeah. That'd be sick.
So I gotta see that French stuff.
French stuff. Yeah, that's cool. Excited. It's fun to be like, I don't know. You been to North America?
Yeah, I've been to California and Florida a
Yeah.
few
So
years ago, but yeah.
you know the vibe when you're somewhere and then like your accent, you speak your language, but like people are like, "Oh, you have an accent." It's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
It's similar. Same for us. Like it was the first time that I've been to somewhere where like I speak the language. It's my first language, but now I'm the outsider, and people are like, "Oh, you have an accent," and I'm like,
Yeah. You're not from here. Yeah.
and in my head, I'm like, "You have an accent," but then
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh no, I'm the outlier. I'm the odd one out." So it's
Yeah.
cool. It's how people are like, "Where are you from?" And I'm like, "From Canada." Like, cool.
Yeah. Sick. Have you got any other plans for the rest of the year that you can talk about, or is that all kind of like hush hush for now?
Just promoting this album. I Still Care this Friday, March 13th.
New music video,
Music video on Friday. Making more vlogs,
new merch coming out.
merchandise. Like we said, we don't really try to plan too much, but you know,
It's gonna be a busy year. That is 100%
yeah,
sure.
just trying to start the next album. We already have the name of the album.
Oh wow,
Just have
okay.
to figure out. Yeah, it'll all make sense. When you see it, it'll all make sense. But not sure when that'll drop yet. I have a couple songs, but just trying to take it one step at a time and enjoy the process, not get too, caught up in the politics.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just having fun, enjoying life, making music, making art. And yeah, honestly, I don't think we have much like who knows? Summertime something might happen, but we don't really, we don't know yet.
Just
Still
go with the
waiting.
flow. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like there's always a lot of things in the work, but we don't really announce something until it's concrete. You know, we know we're
Yeah.
doing it. Otherwise, it's just we're not gonna talk about stuff that's maybe, but it's looking good. It's looking busy. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good year.
Yeah. Excited to get this album.
Our foot is still on the gas though, always. Like always. Not it's not, oh, you guys drop an album, you're gonna take it easy. No.
It's never easy.
No, never easy. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it and having a chat with you about the new record. Any final words before I let you go and enjoy the rest of your day?
Live, laugh, love. Appreciate your friends, your family. Talk to everybody every single day. You're not alone. Love yourself. Love the world. Uh, Pet a bunny. Go to a petting zoo and hang out with the rabbits. We love you. Listen to the album. Check it out. Tell us your favorite songs. Have a beautiful afternoon or morning or night or life. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for having us.
Awesome. Wise words, guys. Thanks very much. Yeah, I'll let you go and hopefully I'll catch you in the UK at the Manchester date.
100%.
Yeah.
We'll get you on guest list.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, thanks so much.
Yeah, we'll have a pint.
Yeah, well, I've plenty of pints.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I'll let you go. And yeah, best of luck with the album. I'm sure, it's gonna do really good things for you guys. So yeah.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much. All the best with the podcast too, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. Take care of yourselves.
Have a good afternoon. Bye. Or good night.
Bye. Yeah, thank you. Bye. And that's it. Thanks so much for tuning in to It's Not a Phase. If you enjoyed this episode, then don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss out on any future episodes. Leave a thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube. Follow the podcast on social media. and maybe even join the Patreon or grab some merch from the store. You can find everything that you need at itsnotaphase.co.uk. That's itsnotaphase.co.uk. Thanks again, hopefully catch you on the next one, and remember, it's not a phase, it's a lifestyle.